Hello everyone and welcome back to our little dollhouse. Another little tidbit here and there. What I have done is cut, let me show you here, about a ½ inch of a strip, of just a thin cardboard, and I happen to have some extras, you know, from some kits that I'm doing, and so I'm using that. So what I did is ½ inch by 9 inches, and then I scored it every 3 inches, okay? And that gave me they gave me 3 sides for this window, and it was perfect. See, it just fits right in there. If I have to file or something in here later, I can do that. But since we're going to also put some stuff outside, I'm not going to worry too much about it. So about ½ inch is just about right, the depth of this window, okay? So then I painted it with my chalk paint, and glued it into these 3 pieces in here. Now you might, when you cut the 9 inch and you score every 3 inches onto, you know, just measure 3 inches and score another 3 inches and score. You might want to go ahead and paint it at first. Let it dry and then putting it on there, okay? And that's exactly what I did in here. The next thing I did, I cut about a 1 1/4 inch by 3, and that was to make my window, let me put it down just a sec, to bring this here, and I folded the ½ inch, and the ½ inch is what's going to come into the inside of the kitchen, okay? So then I went this way like this, see, and then I folded that like this, and then you have this nice little, let's see if I can, because there's no glue right now, but you have this nice look, see, and the right here in the window, you know, opening, like you can put little plants or whatever in here, okay? So that's what I did. Now the next that I'm doing, or halfway doing, now what I do with my things, I also wanted to put, besides, and I have not glued that yet for the reason that I have to do another video in Spanish, and it'd be easier for me to just, you know, glue it later. But of course I will glue it right in here, okay? And this will be right at the edge, and then this will come down like so. So you have this nice little, you know, molding coming out of the kitchen, but at the same time it makes its own molding right in here. All right, okay. Excuse me, allergies are really bad today. So the other thing I did was to start cutting the molding around the window. So the same thing, ½ inch, okay? And I came down from where this little piece is going to lay right here. That's where I measure from there. And then give me, you know, I just measured a little long stick, you know, like this. And then I kind of cut me a little piece. And then I got the other one, and I came over it, okay? And then basically I went from corner to corner right here. Make me a line, because that's what is going to matter the top, see? By putting this one on the top like this, I'll get my matter. And then you just have to do is just cut it. So once it's painted and everything, and I like to paint the sides, the bottom, everything, okay? Because that way you don't have to worry about doing it later. Once you have that in here, make sure it's gonna fit right where you wanted it. And also over this like inside strip you put in there, you want this over that too, so it won't show, okay? So once you do that right like this, okay? You put your other one in there, see? Excuse me. All right, it's kind of hard to do when it's not, when you're not got it glue in there, right? Okay, here we go. And then of course this one is gonna be right in there, okay? And again, once I cut it, in this one, I'll put this one right in here. I need to glue this one, paint it. Then again, I will bring this one down where I needed it, right at the edge, smooth. Bring this one where I needed it also, and then just make my matter saw, cut it, and everything should fit just fine. Okay, so that's what I have done so far, and that way we get the window finished, and I think it's gonna look really pretty because this one. Okay, here we go. See when it's done, because this one is not. Excuse me, let me get in there. See, you want this flush with the inside, okay? This edge, flush. Should be nice and smooth in here, okay? And the same on this one here. And there we go. And of course, this one will be right in there too. So you get a nice window frame. It's already taken some shape, isn't it? So I think it looks really good. See? Now I'll finish painting this one, and then this one here will go, as I say, over there, excuse me, right in here, flush with this one, and then I will go ahead and bring this like this. I'll cut this little piece in here, which it should just fit just fine, right like so. Okay, see? And then this one, of course, it needs to be painted, but that's going to be here, and there it goes. And then, of course, I'll cut it the length that I needed. And here is your window frame. It's not hard, folks. It really isn't, you know. Another way to do it, if you want to, you know, you can just, let's just pretend that, let's glue this outside. Let's do this like this. In other words, give a 1/2 inch on the top and a 1/2 inch on the bottom extra. So in other words, you want it 4 inches long, the piece, okay? Let's say you put it up here, there's a 1/2 inch over. Bring, because it's, I don't know, hold on. Let me cut this one straight. Okay? Bring this one in here, like so. And then if you want to do the ruler, you get your ruler. However you want it, it's like I said, and come from this point here to this, where they meet, to this point right there. They get your little ruler, and you come in this way. Hold it. Okay, like this. And now you're going to do your matter, okay? Then put it back. Put it back in there. Make sure, you know, pretend that this is gonna go all the way down, and then you just go ahead and make another line. So when you do that and cut it, this is what you have. Okay? And everything should fit just nice and dandy. Okay? There you go. Okay, so, and you would do the same thing on this side. And you just only need 3 sizes. And then once you have that done, just glue it all nicely. Like I say, paint it before you do that. Glue it all. And if you can, also Mod Podge before you actually glue it on, okay? And that way it's already sealed and it's ready to go. Now down the line, we may do a whole varnish over it anyway to make it look and stay better. But right now, we don't need to do that. With Mod Podge, it's more than enough, okay? So that's our as they say, our little homework for right now. And also, you would do the same thing in here. In other words, measure from here all the way around it. Cut yourself a 1/2 inch. Now, if by some chance you don't have a piece that long, just do it up to here, and then the arch, do it separately. It's not a big deal, okay? However you want to do it. But then you would go, for instance, that 1/2 inch, or whatever it is that measures your cardboard. Mine just happened to be, you know, and also because it's going to arch it there, just do this. And by doing that, see, you have a nice little arch, and they'll be able to go all the way around it. Excuse me. all the way around it, and that what covers up. See how neat that looks right now? And that's what you want. And you come all the way down, okay? And then we'll talk about the molding around this particular door, okay, archway. We can do that later. But that would be the two things you need to do. This here, the window, and then this here, okay? So about 1/2 inch, or just measure the depth of your, or the thickness of your board, okay? And like I said, 1/2 inch strips, bring them on here. Mattered one if you like, just like this one is mattered. For instance, bring it, let's say this all in here. Okay, bring this one out a little bit. That is edged to the, it's gonna be at the edge of this one, like so. Whoops. Yeah. Like that. Okay, then go ahead and make your line, cut it, and it should fit just perfect. But make sure when you cut your line that this is, you know, this is straight in here, otherwise it's gonna be off. Okay, and that's it. That's it. Once you do that, just go ahead and paint them and then glue them on. And then this one, like I said, is 1 inch and a quarter. And you're going to go ahead and score a 1/2 inch of it, but you don't want it crisp. You want it kind of rounded. And it that way it looks really good, and it looks like almost like a molding, okay? And I think you're gonna like that a heck of a lot better, and it gives the kitchen, the window, a little bit more really nice depth. So till next time, bye-bye.